What's good, fam? This ain't no regular link up. This ain't your favorite rappers hopping on a beat for streams. Kendrick Lamar is forming a lyrical militia, and every single move got the industry shaking. After Bodied Drake in 3 tracks, Kendrick didn't go quiet to chill. He went quiet because the mission was already in motion. Now, he's building the deadliest alliance rap has seen in years. Pusha T, Jay-Z, Pharrell, Malice. This ain't just a squad, this a coalition, a lyrical regime. And Kendrick, he's at the center of it, moving like a war general with bars sharper than sniper rounds. This right here ain't just a response to the Drake beef. It's a response to an entire era of soft, playlist pandering, algorithm chasing rap. And Kendrick's not coming alone, he's bringing the heavyweights. Let's get into how this super team formed and why it might change the entire future of hip hop. You know what's wild about all this? Kendrick ain't dropped an album since 2024. He ain't done no press run, no thirst traps, no surprise deluxe drops. But he got the entire genre moving around him like he the sun and they the planets. Because Kendrick understands something deeper than virality. Legacy lives longer than trends. He don't just drop verses, he creates ripple effects. He don't chase eras, he ends them. And now, he's not just looking to lead, he's building a council, a league of lyrical legends to enforce standards and remind everyone you can't shortcut greatness. This ain't just a rap team up, it's a hostile takeover of the culture. Jay-Z moving behind the scenes, Pusha sharpening knives in plain sight, Nas lurking like the last samurai, Pharrell building cinematic soundscapes, and Kendrick, he's the nucleus, the one they all orbit. When he speaks, legends respond. When he moves, timelines freeze. When he links up, the genre listens. Let's start at the obvious. Kendrick ain't just beat Drake, he broke him down piece by piece. Like that lit the match. Euphoria brought the smoke. And Not Like Us, that was the explosion that leveled the building. Kendrick didn't just diss Drake, he dismantled the mythology, took the Toronto shine and turned it into dust. He ain't rant, he ain't live stream, he ain't throw tantrums on IG. He just let the music speak. And that silence, that's what scared people most. That silence was Kendrick plotting the next step. Drake was playing checkers with tweets. Kendrick was playing chess with verses. And once he delivered those 3 classics back to back, it wasn't about Drake no more. It was about what came after. See, most rappers drop a diss and bask in the clout. Kendrick dipped out the spotlight like he knew something else was coming. And that's cause it was. Now who's the first person Kendrick aligned with post-beef? Pusha T, and trust, that move wasn't random. It was historic. Kendrick and Pusha, that's 2 of the most surgical pens in rap. And now they moving in sync like assassins with shared targets. Let's rewind. While everyone else was flooding the market with mid, Pusha was laying low. He sat on an album for almost a year. Didn't rush, didn't tease, just waited and watched. Then what happens? Kendrick drops 3 missiles on Drake. The culture flips, and suddenly Pusha T steps out the shadows with ace trumpets. A single so slick, so composed, it felt like a funeral march for soft rap. He didn't need to yell, he didn't even diss nobody directly. Just a bar aimed at Kanye, some surgical flows with no malice, and Pharrell cooking up war horns on the beat like it was Hell Hath No Fury meets Opera House Massacre. Kendrick and Pusha aren't just collabing, they linking philosophies. They both stand on craft over clout, substance over streams, legacy over likes, and you can feel it. This ain't beef anymore, this is a movement. Pusha T saw where Kendrick was taking rap, and instead of watching from the sideline, he grabbed his sword and joined the charge. If the whispers are true, if Nas is really on this album, then go ahead and cue the horns, bro. Cause this ain't a rap project no more. This a Mount Rushmore moment. Nas been moving with royalty status for a minute. He don't chase the spotlight, the man is the spotlight. Ever since he linked with Hit Boy, he been dropping classics like it's 1996 all over again, only now with veteran precision. So if he steps into this Kendrick Pusha J circle, that's game over for the mid-pack. Think about the symbolism. Nas, the voice of the 90s. Jay-Z, the architect of the 2000s. Pusha, the street prophet of the 2010s Kendrick, the reformer of the 2020s. This ain't just generations working together. This is legacy linking up to clean house. And Nas don't hop on anything. If he's here, it means he sees this album not just as bars, but as a mission, a purge, a full reset. And yo, that completes the table. Push brings the venom, Kendrick brings the vision, Jay brings the power, Nas brings the wisdom, Pharrell brings the soundtrack to your funeral. The balance of the culture shifted. Let's just call it what it is. The Avengers of real rap have assembled, but this ain't no Watch the Throne 2. This ain't a vanity flex. This is a referendum on every rapper who thought vibes were enough. Kendrick, Pusha T, Jay-Z, Nas, Pharrell, Malice. This ain't a feature list. This is a line in the sand. If you on the other side, if your pen ain't sharp, your verses ain't clean, and your soul ain't in your bars, then you better pray you don't get caught in the blast radius. Because this, right here, this is the moment we talk about 10 years from now, the moment rap pivoted. So if you still think this about Drake, you already lost. Smash that like if you feel the shift. Hit subscribe before this album drops and rewrites history. Because Kendrick ain't forming a crew. He's building a legacy that might outlive everybody still trying to chase streams. And trust, it's already too late to catch up. Let's talk about Pharrell. Because people think he's just here for the production. Nah, bruh, he's the sonic architect of this entire uprising. Pharrell ain't just cooking beats. He's designing mood shifts. You hear ace trumpets? That ain't a normal instrumental. That's war music. That beat don't play in the background. It stomps across your soul. It commands attention. That's intentional. Pharrell's been around since the Clips era. He's seen the rise and fall of trends. And now, he's circling back to the ones who never compromised. That's why he back with Pusha. That's why he in the lab with Kendrick. He's not here to sell singles. He's here to help them bury weak rap and score the funeral. And the fact that Kendrick's alliance includes someone like Pharrell, that's lethal. Because now, they got both pen game and production power locked down. No more dependent on trend-chasing producers. No more copy-paste 808S. Pharrell is bringing soundscapes that frame the revolution. This ain't trap. This ain't boom bap. This is black opera for the gods of the pen. Kendrick don't just want bars. He wants art that echoes forever. And Pharrell is the only producer alive who can give him that type of timeless ammo. Now this part might be the scariest sign of all. Malice is back. Not no Malice, not clean, reform, I left the game behind Malice. Nah, Malice. Full name, no filters, no fear. Bro been out the mix for over a decade. Quiet, focused, refused to rap about the old life. That man was done with the game. But now, Kendrick steps in. Pusha calls him. Pharrell laces the beat, and suddenly, Malice back on the mic, sounding sharper than ever. Why that matter? Because Malice coming back ain't for nostalgia. It's a signal. It tells you this alliance got such purpose, such clarity, that even a man who walked away from rap for spiritual reasons said, I gotta speak again. That ain't a collab, that's a war cry. And it ain't just bars either. Malice represents the line between real and fake. He ain't here for money. He ain't here for awards. He raps when it matters. And now, it matters. So when you hear Malice drop a verse in 2025, know that it means something deep behind the scenes. It means this movement Kendrick's building is not temporary, it's not performative, it's divine judgment for a culture that lost its way. You know what's wild about all this? Kendrick ain't dropped an album since 2022. He ain't done no press run, no thirst traps, no surprise deluxe drops, but he got the entire genre moving around him like he the sun and they the planets. Because Kendrick understands something deeper than virality. Legacy lives longer than trends. He don't just drop verses, he creates ripple effects. He don't chase eras, he ends them. And now, he's not just looking to lead, he's building a council, a league of lyrical legends to enforce standards and remind everyone you can't shortcut greatness. This ain't just a rap team up, it's a hostile takeover of the culture. Jay-Z moving behind the scenes, Pusha sharpening knives in plain sight, now it's lurking like the last samurai. Pharrell building cinematic soundscapes, and Kendrick, he's the nucleus, the one they all orbit. When he speaks, legends respond. When he moves, timelines freeze. When he links up, the genre listens.